Here's exactly how you build a winning cryptocurrency portfolio in 2025. It doesn't matter if you're an expert or a beginner. I'm going to just save you the entire headache of losing all of your money in crypto by bypassing the 6 years of experience that I have in cryptocurrency and just trying to consolidate it all into one simple video for you guys to understand. I'm going to show you portfolio structure so that you guys don't over diversify or under diversify in this video, and I'm going to lay it all out for you. And also towards the end of the video, I'm going to give you my updated list of coins that I have personally vetted myself that I consider quality coins to invest. Obviously, it's not financial advice, but again, like I said, I put it on a list for a reason. We call it our altcoin database. And doesn't matter when you're watching this video because we constantly update the altcoin database always. And so that will be towards the end of the video. I'm going to give it to you 100% free. If you're new here, my name is Alex. I've been doing crypto for a long time, and I made this channel as a way to start a crypto movement. So thank you for joining this crypto movement. We are going to reshape the financial infrastructure of the world. So let's get into this. I want to be clear with you guys. I've been doing this for a very long time, and I've gone through multiple extremes of crypto portfolios. And so this goal, the whole point of this, the goal of this is to save you a lot of headache and a lot of money. All right. So this is for beginners all the way up to experts. Trust me, I've seen some guys that think they know crypto and they are getting wrecked right now because they don't know what they're doing. So this is the entire comprehensive guide. And by the way, if you want this guide for free, all you have to do is go over to the link in the pinned comment below. There's a 7-day free trial for CoinPix Genesis, and then it's a $1 charge per month. So it's basically free. And I charge $1 to keep out the scammers, basically. So official portfolio allocation. This is what I recommend. Okay, this is what I recommend right here, which is if you're going to take some low risk, about 50% of your portfolio is probably safe. So low risk, from my perspective, and there's a lot of people that talk about this that don't know what they're talking about on the internet, is not based off of market cap. Let me say it again. It is not based off of market cap. Market cap is circulating supply times price. And so what happens with these coins is they fake their market cap by making a massive circulating supply on purpose. And they but they control the price because they get to control at what price they started at. So I don't know if you guys know that, but they can do that. When you create a coin, you can literally choose at what price you want to sell it. So they fake the market cap to make it seem like it's safe, to make it seem like the market cap's really high, right? So when it comes to us, we have an entire structure of essentially how to identify what's high risk and low risk. And it's accordance to liquidity. And then we're going to go into I'm not going to go into the dynamic. It gets crazy, but it's not even liquid. There's not like one standalone kind of benchmark for liquidity. The amount of liquidity of the market changes on a substantial basis. And this might be a little bit high level. Let me just break it down for you. Basically, there's a pile of money within a coin project. And that pile of money is really determines if it's big or small. And this pile of money is used to buy and sell a coin. That's what you call liquidity. And so right now, as of this date, this is what we call our liquidity matrix. This is what we consider low liquidity, medium liquidity, and high liquidity, aka low liquidity is very high risk, medium liquidity is medium, and high liquidity is lower risk. Because if you have a lot of money in it, there's a lot lower risk. And so we update the liquidity matrix maybe like once a month to kind of gauge it because the entire market changes. And so risk parameters change based off the market. And I'm not going to go, there's a little high level for some people, but it's okay. I wanted to, everybody to get involved in this video. So what I'm basically saying is if we come over here back to the portfolio structure, I recommend low risk, 50% allocation of the money you have, medium risk, 40% allocation, and high risk, only 10%. And depending on where we are in the market, this could change. So if we go into a super hype bull run, I might allocate more to high risk. Hopefully that makes sense, right? And so this is like the portfolio structure. Now, I really want to hit this home. Please, only maintain about 3 to 7 coins. If you guys give me, and I've been coaching people for years, a long time, 5,000, 10,000 people. If you give me 1,000 people, I would say that probably 60 to 70% of them have more than 20 coins. And see, the thing is, a easy mark to where I know somebody does not know what they're doing is if they have more than like 5 to 7 coins. Here's why. If you have more than 5 to 7 coins, then that chances are you haven't researched the coins thoroughly, because the full extent of our research process, not the initial one, but the full extent of our research process is like almost like 40 hours. So how could you tell me that you have full conviction in the coin if you have 60 or 50 or 30 coins? That doesn't make sense. What it tells me is that you're gambling. See, when it comes to over-diversification dilutes profit, reduces information clarity, and weakens conviction. You don't actually know what you're invested in because you've maybe spent 5 to 10 minutes and you took somebody else's word for it when you purchased that coin. And that is what I don't do here. There's a very, very fine line between gambling and investing. They're pretty much the same thing. The only difference is when it comes to an investor or a trader, they actually know exactly what they're going to do before they do it. And they have some type of level of logic and some type of diligence before they do it. A gambler just does whatever they want. So I'm telling you, most of you do not know the coins that you are currently holding, and you will get wrecked. I promise you that. I have been the guy that has over-diversified in the past, and it just clearly shows lust of making money and lack of diligence by far. So what we recommend is a one-page report. A one-page report takes anywhere from 30 to 60 minutes. And if you do a one-page report per coin, right, you size in a small amount if you really like the coin, and then over time you try to get that, longer report done, which is like, extensive. And by the way, the reports are right here. If you want the one-page report, this is the core strategy right here. It literally tells you exactly, right? It tells you exactly how to research. It's like so baby. I just break it down. You just follow the blueprint. Like you don't even need to think. Just follow it. Close your eyes. Put in some reps. That's the beauty of having a system. If you have a system, you become a professional. So yes, so you start with the initial one-page report, and then you do about 20 to 40 hours worth of deep research, right? So the question is, but what if I have 60, or what if I already have 7 and I want to get 8 because I really like number 8? Well, this forces you again to due diligence. I like things that force me to work hard. I like things that force me to do the right thing. So what happens is, let's say hypothetically I have 7 coins, but I'm really compelled by this new coin that came out. It's going to force me to look at my 7 coins, evaluate them again, look over the research, look over the updates of the project. How well are they doing? And it's going to force me to find one that's weak, take the weak one out, and put that money into the new one that I really like. So this forces diligence into understanding what you're investing in to an extremely high level. It's like a really good book. This is what I explain to everybody. It's like a really good book. Really good books, you don't just read them once. You read them once, you understand them, and then you read them again, and then you dissect a chapter. Like if it's a really good book that you really want to instill in your life, you really you dive in and you dissect it, and you read it sometimes 5, 10 times, right? There's always more to learn about a coin. There's so much you can learn about it. So it's the same thing with your coin allocation. There's usually people that have over conviction that are just straight up gambling, moving out of pride, where they just want to hold forever everything and they don't even know. And the founder of the project has less conviction that they have than the coin. Or there's people that have under conviction. They don't know what they're investing in and they go to and fro like wind. They get shifted. When some small market thing happens, they get shifted and they get wrecked. I'm telling you not to do both. I'm telling you that as you actually research your coins and you treat this like a professional and not an amateur, you don't get shifted. Portfolio review and rebalancing schedule. I recommend looking over the portfolio monthly. So if there is no new coin that you want to invest in it, you could look over it monthly. Here's another one too. You can calculate your profit and loss on the coins as well as you look over it monthly. So you're looking over the coins you have. You could see the exact buy price you bought it at, the exact sell price you sold it at, right? And you could actually do a quarterly rebalancing as well if you want to rebalance it. So what happens is some of these coins might make you a lot of money. So that 10%, if you invest it into high risk and it does 100x, it might be wise to rebalance it, sell some of that, put it into the other coins to lock in profits. You see how this can be diligent. This is diligence, bro. This is diligence. This is, and when it comes to these type of frameworks, you can't treat them black and white. What I always explain it like is when you're bowling, for newer bowlers, they put up guidelines. They give you guide rails, right? And these guide rails, you don't have to perfectly adhere to it. You can do a little bit different, but the point is like understand the methodology. And if you're deviating too much, then you're probably in pride. I've been doing this for 8 years. I've been doing this for a long time. And I'm telling you, I do not deviate from this too much. So don't deviate from it way too much, okay? And also, if you do have resources, you can actually leverage other researchers. If you want to get to 20 coins, that's fine. I mean, I own a hedge fund. I'm going to eventually get to like 50 coins maybe, or whatever the case is, but I have the resources to offset that research to somebody that I trust and I've trained, right? So it's not that we don't do the work. It's not that we don't get 20 coins. It's that, hey, be humble where you're at. Be humble and follow some type of process and do your diligence and do the right work, bro. And so stay disciplined in general. You get the point of this whole entire spiel here is what I'm trying to explain is like, bro, have a system. And like we always talk about, and I say this over and over again, you know, the discipline are going to make money in the cycle. Everyone can make money. The question is, are you going to keep it? The question is, are you going to make the high multiples? Everyone makes money, but they don't even know how many multiples they made. There's so many people I talk to who are like, yeah, I did great on this coin. I'm like, but yeah, like the same period you doubled your money, we like 7x'd it. Like, I get it. Like, everybody's gonna make money. It's gonna be great. But like, bro, get a system. Be professional. Get around other people that are doing what you want to do. Like, offset all of this learning curve, bro. Like, you don't need to learn it yourself. You don't need to be by yourself. You don't need to be by yourself. You can offset all of this learning curve, right? And make more money. Get a higher multiple. And then this time, all the guys that are crypto experts that are watching my video, pull the money out and put it in your bank and pay your bills. How about before you start trying to teach people about crypto and before you start trying to show your coin to your friends and get them all into gambling, how about you first stop gambling yourself? How about you first make money and become financially independent into crypto before you get into pride? Let's follow let's have integrity in what we're doing here instead of just following any urge in our body, right? Any urge in our body to do whatever we want. How about don't do that? Have some discipline and integrity. Humble yourself. Humble yourself, and maybe you'll actually make money, because that little group you made with your friends, the 15 friends, that nobody knows what they're doing, nobody has no system and structures, and you guys are all gambling. Like, the blind leading the blind is going to wreck so many people in this cycle. The blind leading the blind. The blind leading the blind, bro. It doesn't mean I'm perfect. It doesn't mean I make every call perfect. But, bro, this irks me. The simple things nobody can do. And yeah, if you want to get access to this free group, or it's not free, it's $1, head on over to the link wherever it is, bro. Find the link. Like, find the. I'm not telling you where the link is. Figure it out. I love you guys so much. Talk to you in the next video.